Okay. Happy Sunday to you all. You are all highly welcome. I'm sorry for the delay. I'm sorry for the way my camera is not positioned properly. So, share the video, share the video. We have a lovely topic today to discuss together. Happy Sunday, happy new week to everyone from your lovely sister Veronica. Good evening once again. Today's topic is about why do people in diaspora work so hard. We are going to discuss about some reason why they work so hard. So let's come and do it together. Let's come and do it together again. Share the video, share the video. Let's come and do it together. If you have some reason, you have some points, let's come and share it together again. Some reason why people in diaspora work so hard. Why do we work so hard in Europe or wherever you are? Why do we work so hard? What are some of the reasons that make us to work so hard? Let's discuss it together. Thank you for joining. Let's prepare to learn one or two things today. Let's prepare to learn one or two things. Why do we work so hard? Why do we work so hard wherever we are living in Europe? Why do we work so hard? What are some of those things that make us to work hard? What are some of those expenses that we run? Those are so many things we are going to talk about, so that people out there will know Europe is not just milk and honey. It's not just that you work and put all your money in your pocket. You have some expenses to run, some certain things, so many things to sort out before you can have your leftover. So let's discuss about all these things. Yeah. And how to go about it if we don't still know how to manage our income, so that we can also learn too from individual, can also learn, because we have a lot of expenses in Europe, a lot to take care of. So that's all we are going to be discussing today. Let's prepare to contribute. Let's prepare to contribute. Let's continue. I'm coming. Why? Okay, let's go there. Let's go. Yeah, we are ready now. Everything's set. Yes. Hmm. What are some of those things that we spend our money for in Europe or anywhere you are in Europe? What are those things that we spend our money for? What are those things, and how can we be able to manage our income? Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the delay. So I was trying to fix my camera. So the table I was using, I tried to change it. So that's it. The number is there. The number is in Facebook, is in YouTube. So we are doing it together. You can contribute. God bless you, brother Mike. God bless you. You are free to contribute, to give your opinion, to give your advice. Why do we work so hard? We work so hard. People that live in diaspora, wherever you live, we work so hard. Why do we work so hard? Why? What are the reasons that make you to work so hard? These are some of the things we are going to be talking about. So, why are you just doing it? Are you working so hard for just for your sake, or not only for your sake? Why all those things that we are doing? Is it that you are working so hard just to take care of everyone, or is it because of only your needs, or not because of only your needs? You are doing it for so many reasons, to care for your loved ones, to care for your family. So how do you go about it, and how can you be able to save? How can this so stress, this hard work and working all days, how long can it take? How long can it stop? How to plan about it so that you do not just work and work all the days of your life. So let's discuss about it so we can help one or two person out there. Okay. Thank you all for joining. God bless you all. Keep on watching. You are free to call and contribute. Give your opinion, your idea, your advice. So one or two person out there can be beneficial. Okay. Let's see. We're not on this phone. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Reason we work so hard. Reason we work so hard. Why do you go to job every day? Why do you go to job every day? Why do you work? Whether it's cold, whether it's warm weather, you always go to work. Why do you go to work? Why do you work so hard? Whether you like it or not, you always wake up to go to job, you go to your various job, whether it's far or near, you continue. Why are we doing all this? Why are we doing it? Why are we doing it? Is it for just for our sake? Thank everyone for joining. Is it for our sake alone? Hello, everyone. God bless you, Sister Mary. Thank you for coming. Is it for our sake alone that we are working so hard? Is it good that we are still appreciated by one or two person, our loved one? Is it that we are doing it for ourselves alone, or we are doing it for our family alone, or we are working so hard to also care for our extended family? Why do we work so hard? And how long can this working of a thing stop? How do we plan about it? How do we tend to plan, and how do we tend to solve people issue, our friend, our loved one issue, so that we cannot just, because of their needs, work so hard planning our future and also their future, those kind of stuff. So these are the things that we're going to be talking about today. So let's go. I need your contribution through comment section. Thank everyone. We need to do it together. Let's interact together through your comment. We are together through your comments. So I can see your comment. I'll read it out here. If you want to call in, the number is in WhatsApp, so you can call in also. Okay. Thank everyone. God bless you all. So why people in diaspora work so hard? Number one is you work to survive. God bless you, Sister Mary Osage. Good evening. Thank you for joining the house. You work to survive. You work to survive, to sustain yourself. That's number one that I put here. So let every one of us also think the reason why you work. They will not see anywhere now winner. They will not see anywhere now rewebona. Do they need you work power when reweboa? Is it that you have other people needs to solve? Is it because of yourself you are working or because of other people too? And how can you be able to manage all this? How long can you manage this working, just hard work? How can you manage it? How can you plan for your future so that you can also take a rest? I said number one is you work to survive. You work so that you can earn your income, so that you can sustain yourself daily bread. That's number one. So that you can provide for yourself. God bless you, Brother Destiny. You are welcome, sir. Thank you for joining this evening. I really appreciate everyone for being here. Okay. You work to survive, to provide food for your table. You work to provide food, needs for your family, your children, right? You work so hard to provide for your family, that is your children, your wife and your children, so that they don't lack anything, right? So that's like number two. Because if you can't provide for your children, I don't know how it will look. It's like you are not responsible, because it's our duty to provide for our family, our children. That's number one priority. You need to provide for your children. You need to provide home, shelter, the shelter for them, clothes. You need to provide everything for them. And yourself need to look good. That's number one. And two, reason for you to work so hard in diaspora, wherever you are. Number one. Okay, so as you do so, you don't need to forget about savings. Thank you for the thumbs up. God bless you, brother or sister. You can't just be doing that and say because you provide for your family, that is your children now, you don't have savings. You see, these are some of the reasons that makes you to work so hard. Thank everyone for the thumbs up. I really appreciate you all. Share the video to your friends, to your loved one. Let's come together to encourage ourselves. These are some of the things some of us pass through. Some of us don't understand. God bless you, Mama. Thank you for coming. Happy Sunday, ma. These are some of the things that so many of us don't know how to go about it. And how can we plan? How can we save along the line with all this hard work and expenses to run here and there? So, what are some of the expenses you run? What are some of the things that is must? You must do it. That is you must provide for your family, your children. You must compulsory number one. You can't pass that, like it's not your duty to go and be doing all that thing else. That is your number one priority, yourself and your children. That's what make you work so hard. Then after that, you now go to the next one. You work so hard that you can take off, like because you work so hard, you can be able to take off, spend time with family and friends. That also make you to work so hard, to be able to take off, to visit family and friends. Why would that one be among like some of the things that make you work so hard? Because you don't have plan for the future. The time you take off, You don't have plan, you don't have savings for the future. Maybe you're off, you take it like 2 weeks. You don't have plan how to sustain yourself for that 2 weeks. You see that you are going to be like stranded. So because of all these so many things, you work so hard so that you keep on living good, you keep on taking good care of your family so that you don't lack, right? Some of it is this one too. Let's go to like number 4. You need clothes to visit friends. You need good clothes. Clothes, your personal use, your personal things. God bless you, Sister Mabeya. Thank you for coming. Sister Osamagbe, you are welcome. Your personal use to take good care of yourself, good living, to look good. You also work so hard so that you can be able to afford it. And by doing all these things, you need to have proper plan. Not just working so hard, you don't have good plan. Because if you work so hard and you don't know how to spend it properly, that hardship, that stress that you are passed through is like in vain. So as long as you do it, you are working so hard, you need to also have proper plan of management, how to manage the income. Okay, how to manage the income so that you can use it properly, so that you don't suffer it in future. Very important. I'm just naming some of the reason why we work so hard. There are a lot of it. I want every one of us to give our contribution. We are doing it together. So there are a lot of it so that if we don't know, so that we can also know. If you have made some mistake, so that we can easily rectify it, so that we can correct others so they should not make the same mistake. So let's continue. You need a car to drive. Some of the point that makes you to work so hard. You need a car. You need a car. Before you need a car, you need a driving license. These are some of the expenses, your needs that you need to solve to be comfortable in diaspora, wherever you live in Europe. These are some of the things you need to solve because this driving license is going to help you to get to your job. It's going to make it easy for you to do your job. You see? So you need a driving license. It's expensive that you spend money to get. It don't just come just I say like easily like that, like back home in Africa, that you can just learn how to drive, where somebody can just teach you how to drive in any way, just like that, then you get your car, that's it, because they don't really care about driving license like that. So in Europe, it's not like that. So you need to spend money to write your theory. Then after passing the exam, you have to take your practical test. So by so doing, if you at the time that you try the first time, your enemy fail, you try the second time, your enemy, you have to renew it with money. You have to renew it again so that you make sure you pass. By the time you pass the theory, that's not just the end. You still have to do the practical. The practical is where you spend much money. So without proper plan, without working so hard, you can't be able to afford all this. I'm just talking about some of the reason why we work so hard. So you have to have proper plan of management, how you manage your income. You do all this step by step. You do it step by step. So when you do your practical and you have passed it, then you now go to buying a car. You have to save to buy a car. But if you cannot afford the expensive car, to buy the little one you can still afford, you have to save too. That does not stop you from running other expenses. You are not adding more expenses to yourself. You see that you need to still work hard to be able to maintain the car, to fuel the car, to do insurance in the car. That is another expenses. You see, to pay the road tax, right? So many things. So that's why we work so hard. That's why it's important we have good plan, good calculation, calculate on how to manage all these things. It's very, very important. You need to take a vacation. Vacation. If you don't have proper plan, if you don't work so hard and no proper plan, you can't go to vacation. Your hard work and how you manage your hard-earned money makes you to plan vacation. Vacation mean not to just be inside your city. You travel outside your city. You travel out of your country. You can go to another country too. You can travel back home to your own region country, back home Africa. That's when you can visit. It's when you work so hard, you have proper plan, you can be able to make all this arrangement to visit home. You see, these are some of the reasons we work so hard. So let's learn how to manage our income, because it's not easy to get those hard earned money. It's not easy to just get. We work for it, then we should know how to manage to spend it in good quality, in good way. Very, very important. So we are still going. So many reasons why we work so hard. So many reasons. Vacation. Vacation important. Okay. So you need a house. You see, you need a house. That also makes you to work so hard. The house of your quality, the house of your choice, the house that you like to live. If you don't work so hard, you can't afford it. Just renting, I'm saying now, to rent a proper house that you want to live in. If you don't work so hard, you can't be able to afford it. If you don't plan properly, you can't be able to continue your payments. Excuse me, you can't continue to pay. You can't be able to afford payment. So we all need proper plan, proper calculation. Let's do things accordingly, step by step. Very important. There are so many things that makes us to work so hard. That's why you see that this working of a thing is taking so much time. Taking so much time because a lot of expenses, a lot of things to spend money on, a lot of things to take care of. That's why you see we work so hard every time. And let's not forget, how long is this working going to take? How long are we going to continue working so hard? And how are we preparing or planning for our future so that we don't work to our old age? Like when you are still old, like you are doing like this, still struggling to work. We need to have proper plan. So we plan for the future. I'm still talking about some of the things that make us to work hard in Europe. House that you rent, to be able to complete the payment every time, is by working so hard. You don't play with your time. You don't play whether it's cold or rain or hot weather. You have to wake up and go to your job. That is your hard work. That is your hard work because you have your responsibility to take care of. Let's go to the next one. You need to save for your retirement. Your retirement, when you retire tomorrow, when you are old, you need to save so that you can have retirement. So if you don't work so hard in your early age now, that is in your young age, you can't have your retirement. If you don't plan proper pension ahead and be paying gradually, little by little, by you know you can plan your pension, you can plan your pension by yourself. You can plan your pension in your workplace. They have the money they take in your wages, which is your pension. The government will pay some of it and you have to pay part of it. But if you want to increase it so that you get more money in your pension time, you can also increase it. You can increase it. And when you want to plan, have a plan like pension plan with a bank, you can also do it on your own. You see, you can do it with your bank plan pension. You plan it with the bank, you fix a fixed amount that you can be able to be affording every month. So how can you complete all this payment? Is by working so hard, because these are expenses that you need to fix every month. It's continuously. Every month is continuously. There's no more that we gap like this month, though you can forget about this month, continue next month. No, it's steady. It's everything that you have to face. So you can make an arrangement with the bank of pension. Like I want to make payment every month. If it's 50 euro or 100 pounds every month till when I'm so age, like 65 years, so that that money can also be given to me once, and they will now add the pension money to it also. The pension money of where I'm working, that is different one. You can make pension plan with your bank by yourself. That is another one. These are so many things that people have, that they already plan, that they already enrich, they already fix it, and they have already always trying to fulfill it. These are some of the things that make them to work so hard to keep it going, so that in their old age, in their retirement, they don't need to suffer. It's proper plan. It's proper plan. Know the reason why you are working so hard. Very important. Life insurance. Life insurance you pay every month, or you pay twice a year, or you pay once in a year. That is once every year you pay, or you can make it 2 times in a year, or you'll be paying it every month. You are planning ahead your future in case of a scarcity, in case your enemy cannot be able to work, that is hard work tomorrow, they will take care of your responsibility. These are so many plans that makes many of us to work so hard. It does not end there. There are so many add to it. There are so many things that makes us to work so hard. There are so many. You have to have life insurance. It's very important. Depends on the amount you want to insure your life. Depends on your amount. And the insurance have to cover both travel and at home, all over the world. Travel all over the world, anywhere the insurance covers you. Depends on the one you want. So that determine also the kind of money you will get. So you can make many things with the bank. Those are so many things that make people work so hard. Not end there. The next one, car insurance. You have to get a car insurance, you have to be paying for it. Then another one, you need to help your brother and sister. That is another one. Helping your brothers and sister also make you to work so hard, because you are not just doing it, you are not just doing all your labor just working because of yourself alone or because of your children alone. You see all those many things. As I said before now, I said that many expenses that you need to take care of: your rent, your water bill, your light bill, your gas bill, your internet bill, your car, everything. You see, so many expenses. So at the end of the day, is when you have proper plan, proper calculation, and you still have your siblings to help. It's when you are able to calculate and you still need to save inside this money. You see that you keep on working hard, and by good plan, you you see the outcome of it when you are able to continue. So in your old age, you will have your rewards, you will get your pension, you will get your enjoyment, the way you will make your arrangement, that time in your old age when you already pension, you are 65 years, that determines when you want to pension, determines you can decide to say, I want to get my pension 50, let's say 60 years, 55 years, when you already work 15 years. You need to have worked 15 years so before you can get your pension too. So but when you are able to save and plan properly, you can get your pension when you want, even before 65 years, or I think it's 67 years or 65 years now. Good evening, Sister Mary. Thank you for coming. God bless you, sister. So you can get your pension anytime you want. You can decide to say, let me pension now, 55 years old. So you don't need to work till the 65 years. You see? So everything is proper plan. So many things that make us to work so hard. These are so many things I'm touching. You see? You have your own responsibility. You clothe yourself, your children they are going to school. You need to at least sometimes you get them some things. Even if you are in a country where everything is free, you need to buy clothes for them. Even if you get help from the government, you need to have a proper plan, and you still need to work hard to plan everything properly so that everything will work good. Our brothers and sisters, they are out there, we help them. They also make us work so hard, because as you are doing your own, you are also thinking about them, how to help them solve one or two things, how to help them solve one or two things. You see, not only yourself now, to your extended family. Then you will not see the one that is your uncle, the one that is your auntie, the one that is your grandmother, grandfather. You see why we work so hard? Because you have to extend your hand a little bit down. But how long can all this take? And how do you go about it so that this stress can less a little bit? This stress of extending your hands down to grandmother, grandfather, your sibling, your niece. How can you get all this stress get at a little bit less? How can you be able to help yourself out so that those stress will not continue? What are the things you need to do for them so that the stress don't continue? Like to be continue to giving them fish, 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 instead showing them like giving them fish, fish, fish or bread. You need to teach them how to fish. You need to show them how to make the bread, how to put food on their table by themselves. That is where you can be able to relieve yourself. How will you teach them how to fish by themselves? How will you teach them how to make food in their table by themselves? It's by just empowering them. That is where you can solve it once and for all. Thank you. God bless you. Thank everyone for watching. That is when you can be able to solve it once and for all. At least you can be able to, that burden will be drop a little bit, because the time you add their expenses to yourself, you be giving and giving and only giving and giving. Don't show them how to catch the fish by themselves, so you sort it out once and for all. You see, it will be stressful for you. You continue to work so hard and hard. At the end of the day, it's like your enemy is not doing nothing. The person you are helping, God bless you, man, the person you are helping will still show the sign like he's not seeing any helping hand, because you are just keeping giving, giving, like take this food. At the end you eat and everything is finished. Then you have to give again. No, you have to make the proper plan to teach them or to show them the way how to provide for themselves, so that at least you can be relieved, so that it can be like once in a while you can also support. It do not just be like task, like something that is must every week or every month. You understand? So that's how we can be able to solve that one, so that it can also relieve, or because it also add to the reason why we work so hard. Some go to their extended family, that is their simply their niece, their gbogbo inside and inside and so on and so forth. Because of all these things, so many don't live good anymore. So many will not, their needs they will not be able to, that is um how will I say, they will not be able to fulfill their needs. That is what they need. They can't do it for themselves, because they don't remember to tell them how to fish. Because there are so many things that you need, like this driving license of a thing, that you is something that you must have it, and so that it will be easy for you to do your job. But at the end of the day, because of those needs, people in need back home, people that extended family, your uncle, your mommy, your father, your whatever, your siblings, because you don't show them how to fish, you see that at the end of the day, this income that you have will not be enough. Everybody continue to struggle, eating from hand to mouth like that. No, the best way to relieve yourself is to show them how to fish. Teach them, let them learn skill, and try, like, have proper plan to be able to save, and how to go about it. At least they start off something, so that they don't depend on you. So many of them, I'm sorry to say, always depend on their brothers and sisters in diaspora. That's also made people in diaspora to work so hard. So many of them so much depend on them, they don't want to do anything anymore. So many of them don't know how to manage anything anymore, because somebody is always up there that can provide, that can always send something. So you need to teach them, you need to caution them very well that you work so hard before you can be able to sustain yourself. You have proper plan before you can be able to sustain yourself, because you have expenses to run. You don't just stay there without managing properly, then you continue to live in your home. You take up so many things and you keep on taking your responsibility. So because you have proper management, they need to do the same. You have to teach them, caution them, lecture them the way to stand, not to just rely on you, that you are up there, you can always provide. We can always help, but we have to teach them how to be able, how to be capable of themselves to stand and do something. So now your free time, your free income, anytime you can just still support them. It will not be like all the burdens are on you. These are some of the things that make people to work so hard. And another thing again, by building in two place, we left our home country to a foreign land. We are now living in two place. That also make us to work so hard. Living in two place, to understand what we mean by living in two place, you live in Europe, you also living in Africa. You live in Europe, you don't just plan all there in Europe. Your plan, some are in Europe, some are in Africa. You see that you have two expenses to run, two two budget, two plan. The way you are planning to sustain yourself here, to be able to be stable where you are also thinking how to do something back home, how to stand, how to be able to at least have something back home. You are not working, and like your income have to be going to two place. That's how it takes so long too for so many people in diaspora to settle, to live good. because we are working in two places. We are our money going to two places, one here, one back home. You see? Because if all that you work is just based on where you live, you can easily sort this out. You can easily be, that is, living good, okay, settle down, do all these things and not stress too much. Because you know you are where you are. You just get a house, get want, then you are working, you are sorting all those things, not that you are still having another assignment back home. But because of the way we live our life, we always do back home. So you see, it's two expenses. Two. You see, you have a house here, you have to get another one back home. You have a car here, you have to get another car back home. Even if it's just only 2 weeks you spend there once in a year or once in 3 years, it's double money, double expenses. These are some of the things, double expenses. So if we don't calculate properly, if we don't work so hard, you cannot be able to afford all these things. Because we have a responsibility. You sleep at home, you can't get all these things. Imagine you bought your house, you are paying the mortgage, and you also want to build back home. You see, it's a double expenses. Your salary may be 1,200. So is that salary you are going to use for both the house you bought in diaspora where you are and both the ones you are about to build in Africa. And you have to go to visit, you have to buy things for the family member. All is in that salary. You see, that we have to continue to work hard. So many things. Let's give an example with the white people. They are in their country, so they don't so much like getting like stress, or maybe like the money they work go to two place. No, their money don't go to two place, it goes to one place. Because they are in their country, they get a home, they only paying for that mortgage, that's it. All the rest is for them to feed and to take care of themselves, to go to vacation, travel out, enjoy themselves. They don't have so much like we Africa. You see the reason why we work so hard. There are so many things. You see the reason? You see the reason we work so hard? So if you want to get relief, teach your brother and sister. Lecture them to do something. Lecture them that you are not blocking your money, you work so hard, you plan properly. They should have the same mindset like you, because you are not in your fatherland or in your motherland, you are sustaining yourself. Because why? You work so hard, you plan properly. You have your family, you are taking care of them. It's because of the good plan and your hard work too, and by the grace of God. So they too also need to have that mindset, not to just put all their minds on you, that you are there. You are there, you can always do it, you can always solve it, you can always meet their needs, relying on you 24/7. You are not happy, then rather you are overstressing yourself rather than you are over laboring yourself for their sake, to keep, that is, to keep on sustaining them, to keep on making them okay. So we need to teach them how to feel. They need to do something. Yes, they need to do something. These are so many things we work so hard. Let every one of us contribute. Say one or two things that you need to, if you want, if you have anything you want to add. So many reasons that you know that makes us work so hard. So many things, like if you, let's say for example, like when you talk about doing something back home, some people they get tricked, they get deceived by their own brother, by their own even parents. You see, after working so hard, at the end of the day, they have to start all over again. You see, they have to start all over again. How long will that kind of person rest? You see? And sometimes when it's in one family member, one that is in Europe, that one person have to take care of the needs of the rest. So you see that he have to work so hard. He or she have to work so hard. You have to work so hard. But let's not forget, as we are doing all these things, we need to also plan our future, our pension time. We need to plan all together. We need to manage all this, that is the income we are getting properly. We need to manage it properly. Very important. You are all free to give your contribution, your comments. It's just an advice. It's just an encouragement for every one of us. These are some of the things we pass through, some of the things we are experiencing, so that we can all learn together, so that we can all correct our mistake, so that some of us that are also coming out don't make the same mistake. So proper plan is very important. Walking is very important. It's very important. How long will it take for you to work so hard? How long working so hard for yourself, for your family, and to the extended family, simply, and so on and so forth? How long? When is it going to stop? Is it continuously? Is it forever? Why will it be forever that you have to carry on the responsibility? Why will it be forever? Why? What are the reasons that will make it to be forever? You have to be responsible for their needs. What are the reasons that will make it be forever? What are those points? If we can point it out, some of the points that will make you to be the one to meet their needs continuously. What are the points? That it's not going to be like sometimes you see support there. It is just going to be like you, it's must. You ask rent, food, money, whatever, it's more. Without you, they can't do anything. What are those things that will make you to continue like that? What are those things that they lack that makes you to continue like that? What are those things that we need to teach them that will make it to continue like that? When we fail to teach them, it will continue like that. What are those things? Let every one of us, if we have anything to contribute, we are all free to give our contribution, our opinion. Yeah, it's good to give, it's good to help our beloved one, but it's also good to teach them how to be independent, to be dependent, that to depend on themselves. But even if you are still there to help at any time, but teach them how to be dependent. Make them to stand. That is by establishing them. That is what we need to do so that it can continue. So that it can continue like it's must. When you don't send today, they will not be able to live. Because why? You don't establish them. Because why? You don't teach them how to face. You don't teach them how to put food for their table. So you see, you continue to work so hard for yourself and for your extended family. See? So it's good we teach them. It's good we also know why we are working so hard. It's good we also have proper plan on how we manage our income. Very, very important. So let us not make this mistake. Let not make mistake. We have brothers and sisters back home. Teach them how to fish because it will relieve you. It will relieve you. Yeah, it will relieve you. They will still be making their money when you teach them because you can just solve it for them. Like maybe it will take you 3 months or 4 months to gather this thing, this income, like gather some money little by little, like 4 months. Then you just send it to them once. Then this for you, just use it to start up a business, use it to open up anything. That's it. You have settled down. So in your free time, in your anytime, you can easily solve. But it will not be like you don't have nothing doing. Without you sending something, he can't survive, he can't do anything. So you have shown him or her how to fish, how to provide for him or herself, how to put food for him or herself table, to how to provide for his family or her family. You see it, very important. Teach them to go and learn something. Because you that is there, you always do something. That's why you can be able to sustain yourself. If you don't do anything, you sit at home, you sleep, you think government is there, you can't solve yourself. You can't solve the problem of yourself, talk less to solve others. You because you can't be able to take care of your family, talk less to the extended one. So let every one of us teach them how to be responsible so that it will also release you. Teach them how to be responsible. Every one of us need to be responsible. Yeah, for our needs because we are head and son, have a hand, have a legs. I don't see the reason why you put your responsibility to your old brother or your old sister like it's you are not a liability. No, teach them, encourage them to do something for themselves. It's not good to be a liability because you work so hard. Because these are some of the things that make people work so hard. Mismanagement. They don't manage your money properly for you when you send it back. They will make you to work so hard because you have many things to run here. Nothing is free. That's why we work so hard. Nothing is free. No light is not free. Food is not free. Nothing is free. So you wake up, whether you like this or not, you wake up to go to job every day. If not every day, 3 times a day, a week, the same thing. So many things make us to work so hard. These are some of the area I have touched. There's any more that you want to add, you are free to drop it in the comment section. You are free to call in to give your contribution. Yeah. And let's say to our brothers and sisters, beloved one out there. So you see that we don't pluck money on the tree. Excuse me, we don't pluck it on the tree nor on the street. We don't pick it. So when you are out there, your brother or sister help you out, your brother or sister support you, appreciate. Appreciate and use it wisely. Wherever you are watching me, when your brother or sister manage or able to help you, provide something for you to be doing, or send you some money to be using to manage yourself or start up a trade, use it wisely, manage it well, because you don't just block it on the street. Because if everyone is lazy, if everyone don't manage properly what income e get, plan properly with it, you see nobody will help each other. That's the truth of the matter. Nobody will help each other. When you get your income, your salary, you just use it anyhow. You don't even know how to use it. You buy whatever, whether you need it or you don't need it, you spend it anyhow. You can't even solve your problems, talk less to even remember another person, you see. So when they send anything to you, when they establish you, manage it properly. Manage it properly. Don't come and say it happened like this, like that. It's not encouraging. You see? It's not encouraging, it's not giving the person more strength, it's not giving the person happiness. It's like it's just the labor he have labor or that the labor he has labored just in vain, trying all her possible best or all his possible best to fix you, to make sure you stand and be able to that to provide for yourself is in vain. All the struggle, all the stress, all the hard work, so he or she will not be happy. So wherever you are out there, appreciate whoever do something for you, manage it properly. Okay? It's an advice from me to every one of us. So let's see if there's contribution of or there's anything anyone want to add before we round up the video. Yes. Let's see if there's anything you want to add. If you have any question that you want to ask, if you have anything that you don't understand that maybe you think How will you go about this, so like this? You are free to drop it in the comment section so we can also talk about it. So, brothers and sisters, I thank you all for watching today. I appreciate everyone for coming this evening. Share the video to your friends, to your loved one. It might help one or two person out there. It's just an advice from me. We are all one. Anyone can make mistake. So anyone can think, because the money is there, no problem, I can keep on doing it. You are not helping the person, you are just teaching him or her laziness. Because you cannot be there continuously forever. Yeah, there will be a time you can't do it again. So how will you want he or she to live? So don't say there's a chicken chain you can do it. No. At least something. Yeah. Let them be doing something and support them anytime like that. So they must have to be doing something. So these are the some of the things that make us to work hard, brothers and sisters. I've just named some of it. If there's anyone you want to add, you are free to do so. Thank everyone for watching. God bless you. I remain your humble sister Veronica. I really appreciate you all for turning up this evening. Thank everyone for all that you have done for the thumbs up. Thank you all. May God bless and reward you all in Jesus' name. Decide to be happy. Happiness is free. Blessed week to everyone. Blessed week to you all. I see you guys again in my next video. I'm going to round up now. Thank you all and God bless you all. Bye bye. Bye bye.